In the heart of a crowded city stood an old railway station, noisy, restless, and filled with people chasing destinations that seemed far more important than the present moment. Among the crowd sat a man everyone ignored, Ravi, a beggar whose life had shrunk to a single act, stretching his hand for coins. Every morning he took his place near platform 3, watching strangers rush past, businessmen in sharp suits, travelers dragging heavy luggage, and children laughing freely. For years, Ravi had thought that luck decided everything. Some were born to command, while others were meant to beg. But one evening, something unexpected happened. A man in an elegant gray suit stepped off a first-class carriage. He carried himself with calm confidence, the kind that came from years of success. Ravi thought, "This man looks rich. Maybe he'll spare me a few rupees." He hurried over, cupped his hands, and said softly, "Sir, please, a little help." The man paused. Instead of reaching for his wallet, he looked straight into Ravi's eyes and asked, "Tell me, do you always take and never give?" Ravi blinked, unsure how to respond. "I'm a beggar, sir," he muttered. "I have nothing to give." The man smiled faintly. "If you believe you have nothing to offer, then even the world will agree with you. Success begins with exchange. Give something, and you'll always receive more in return." He handed Ravi nothing, nodded politely, and boarded his train. Ravi stood frozen. No one had ever spoken to him like that. The words echoed in his mind long after the train disappeared. If you have nothing to offer, you'll always have nothing to gain. That night, Ravi couldn't sleep. He lay awake on the cold platform floor, replaying the man's words again and again. What could a beggar possibly give? He owned no money, no home, not even proper clothes. Yet something about that conversation stirred a spark inside him, a question he couldn't ignore. What if I really do have something to offer? The thought haunted him until dawn. And as the first train of the morning whistled past, Ravi made a quiet promise to himself to find out what he truly had to give to the world.
After meeting the businessmen again, Ravi couldn't stop smiling. Their handshake had felt like a full circle, a symbol of how far he had come. But as he returned to his cart that evening, a new thought began to bloom in his heart. If one man's words could change my life, he wondered, what if I could do the same for others? That night, Ravi sat under the stars, counting not his coins, but his blessings. He realized something profound. True success isn't about how much you earn, but how many lives you uplift. The next morning, Ravi called his 2 helpers and shared his plan. "We're going to start something new," he said with excitement. "Every month, we'll teach others like us, beggars, street kids, anyone who's lost hope, how to make and sell flowers." His assistant stared at him in disbelief. "Teach them? But won't that make them your competition?" Ravi laughed softly. "When I was a beggar, someone didn't compete with me. He taught me to think differently. Now it's my turn to pass that forward." And so, the Blossom Project was born. Ravi began organizing small workshops at railway stations and community centers. He taught people how to collect flowers, arrange them, smile at customers, and most importantly, believe in their own worth. Within a few months, his idea spread like fragrance in the air. Dozens of people found work and dignity again. The very platforms that once echoed with hopeless voices now shimmered with color, laughter, and purpose. One day, as Ravi walked through the same old station where it all began, he saw a young man sitting exactly where he once sat, hand stretched out, waiting for a coin. Ravi approached him gently, knelt down, and said, "You don't have to live this way forever. You just need to find what you can give to the world." The boy looked up, confused. "But I have nothing," he whispered. Ravi smiled, the same smile the businessman had once given him, and placed a flower in the boy's hand. Start with this. Sometimes giving even a single flower can change everything. As Ravi walked away, he could feel tears forming in his eyes, not from sadness, but gratitude. He had finally understood life's greatest secret. We rise higher every time we help someone else rise. Months later, when the businessman heard about Ravi's Blossom project, he visited again. Watching the platforms full of bright flowers and hopeful faces, he said, "Ravi, you've become more than a businessman. You've become a builder of dreams." Ravi bowed his head humbly. "No, sir. I just changed my thinking. And my thinking changed my life." The two men smiled, surrounded by colors, fragrance, and the quiet hum of possibility.